So right here is everybody, including Sakahawea. We just fixed something on the waterer, and now I see that thing is a bit broken, so it's not the best thing anymore. But anyway, so here's Tuscarora right there behind the tree, and we will now open this gate here, and then we can take her for a little play in the round pen. So it appears she wants to come here on her own, which is nice, so no need to go and fetch her. Now I can close this again, and as we come back, this should be enough, and the others have to stay there because we want to play with Tuscarora. So now let's go here, and Alexander is supposed to put the halter on Tuscarora and then lead her into the round pen. For a second, I was afraid that Sakahawea might kick. And she's not supposed to do that. But as she used to be the lead mare, that could have been an issue. I would assume that nothing will happen, but you never know. Because it's the first time that they are in physical contact. And we kept them separate for a reason, so that she is not trying to be boss, which she used to be. See, there's something going on. And it is important to stay calm. Versuch einfach mal, ihr die Leine rüberzuwerfen, damit sie stehen bleibt. Du kannst auch die Leine nehmen, um erstmal den Kopf festzuhalten, und dann kannst du das Halfter dran machen. Und es kann sein, dass du etwas länger laufen musst. Weil sie wird versuchen, dich zu vermeiden. Ich mach mal die Tür auf. Okay, cool. Bleib mal stehen. Ich gehe rum und stelle mich auf die andere Seite. Na Mädchen, komm. So this is going to be a little bit more difficult. If we would have caught her right there at the entrance, that would have been easier. But now she is up for a game. And yeah, there is enough space. So let's go here and bring her back. So there she goes. Unser Ziel ist das Tor. Na, komm her. Komm her. Sag mal, ein liebes Pferd. Komm mal her. Nein, 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 nein. Komm mal her. Nein. Sag mal brav. Komm. Sei brav. Komm her. Gutes Mädchen. Gutes Mädchen. Jetzt bleibst du hier. Bleib hier. Bleib da. Ist alles gut. Siehst du, Mädchen? Ja. Siehst du? Doch alles gut. Na. Na. Ja, ja. Gefällt dir nicht. Ist doch gut. Ist doch gut. Braves Mädchen. Na. So, that wasn't so difficult. And here is the other one. And Mrs. Tuscarora is shaking her head, which means message is being processed. So now we are cool, and now we can start playing. So there is our destination. We're taking a loop to come to the entrance there. We're now in the late afternoon. For people outside of Spain, this is here the beginning of the afternoon. It is a bit cooler, and now we can do some outdoor activities. So in they go, and here we are. So they are walking the circle for the moment, just to give the ground a good look and remove any stones that we can find, and also to refresh her memory, because obviously she doesn't know what a round pen is, and this is just getting acquainted again. And that's fine. We don't want anything from her. It is just to come down, smell it, sniff it, and in a second we will then bring her here in the center, and we will then try something. See, there was a stone. So, mal gucken, was du alles noch so kannst. Ja, kannst du das? Geh mal rein. Komm. Gut. So, das machst du gut. Ja. Pedroches. Na, wo willst du denn hin? Wo willst du hin? Gut. So. Komm, dahin. Na, komm. Ja, genau. Komm. Gut. Gut. Du das kannst. Ja, du bist ja die Allerbeste, du kannst. Genau. So, du bist mal aus. Dann komm mal her. Mach die Gesünde. Machst du das auch? Genau, kannst du es rausmachen? Wenn du das ohne Schnur in der Hand machst, wird sie das besser verstehen. So. Genau. Und dann immer gleich weg. Ja, also bei Pferd ist Arm heben und weg. Siehst du? Versteht sie noch nicht. Jetzt hat sie was gefragt. Ja, genau. Jetzt musst du ein bisschen Druck aufbauen. Und den Druck baust du mit dem anderen Ende auf. Du siehst, das ist nicht so einfach. Tuscarora is a trained horse, so she does know all these things. So it is now Alexander who's practicing. But this is now the 2.5 attempt, and it is working out very great. So they basically now have established a language. Ja, mach das so, zweimal in eine Richtung, zweimal in die andere. So that was a pretty successful run this time. So it goes quick. And being nice to each other is also important. And as you can see, this time it works immediately. And we have a visitor. Mr. Cat also wants to know what is going on. We only need one of the dogs to also sit and look on. But they are not up for that. They are a different type of dog. And you heard the sound. That means next gear, a little bit faster. And she knows that. So right now, basically, we are training the human. And the human is also picking it up very fast. Now she comes in the center to rest. Gets groomed a little bit. Can relax. This is the happy spot. Head shaking is also always a good sign. Licking lips. These are all positive signs. So that should be it for today. We determined that she has not forgotten anything. And now we will have a look at the tech, the saddle and everything. And then tomorrow we can get Alexander on her back. Of course it will be a supervised riding thing, because he has been on a horse while being a child, as far as I remember. So that will be a first for the adult Alexander. And step by step, we turn Alexander into a cowboy. Yeah. So he has figured this one out already. This is already quite dark. There is still a lot of forage, but step by step it's not the sweet stuff anymore. But the parts that they're lying less, but they are still nutritious. So there's certainly no shortage of food. I think I give you a better shot in a moment by following these two, and then you can see a little bit more how that area looks like. And I should mention that this area where the horses are at the moment is kind of limited on purpose, so they cannot go anywhere else except where we want them to go to. And I'm finding things. And the idea is to turn this into another forest when the time comes. But this turned out to be a little bit more difficult than I thought. So here, this is the thing that I'm trying to put on again. Aha, this way. Okay, so now let's go in there and also have a look. So we can open this here. And here we have a proper gate, which I will close after me, just in case. So, yeah. Aha, wolltest du hierher kommen? Genau. Liebes Pferd. Ja, hast du alles gut gemacht. Ja. So, I am being asked about her performance. Yeah, you did well. You did very well. Ja, you're a good girl. Aber da haben wir jetzt zugemacht. You cannot go there. Nein, you cannot go there. You have to stay here with your other friends. Nope. We close this. You cannot pass. So. Komm mal mit. Aha, genau. Okay, so what I wanted to show you was the forage situation in here. Of course they have reduced the amount of forage, and you can see it drying out already. So there where the energizer sits, which is off, there you can see that this is now a lot drier than it used to be, because we're now in May, and that means soon someone will turn the knob and then it gets hot. Forecast, by the way, talks about 29 degrees already as a maximum over the coming days. So this is going to be then the beginning of summer. And now they want to run, which is nice. And you might be able to see that there is still grass down at the bottom, but of course they are feeding on it. And so step by step the other stuff that is not as tasteful is now being eaten, and that is what I want, because I want them to disturb the ground, and the ground looks lovely. So if I go a little bit closer here, you can see that this is good soil in my eye. And here below the tree it gets additional moisture from the condensation, so it is greener and there's more grass. And later we can plant another forest here. It will be Miyawaki style, but with some additional elements. So there will be palovnias in here, that's the idea, and other things. And the horse's presence adds some fertilizer and some disturbance. So here is the fertilizer, where Mr. Cat just stepped. There is the fertilizer. So this is all looking very nice. That used to be a pig waterer from way back then. At some point we will dig this out and remove it, because it is not connected. The water line has been destroyed a long time ago. But that is what they used to do here. And this is apparently a sleeping place where they hang out. And there, all these branches, Alexander is checking out one of them. We can cut the same way as he did in the center of the Miyawaki forest, to bring that wood in contact with the soil, so that it can decompose and become insect habitat and all that. Now that we have a chainsaw, that is certainly a good deed to do. We can also remove the fence posts in the center. The ones all around I want to keep, so that we can fence this whole area in. But probably we have to build a proper fence, so that whatever we plant here is also protected. And later on this gets some use, which we have to determine. First we plant it, then we figure out what we can do. So this would be great to chop it up, so that it can decompose and add to the soil.
The tree that's fallen apart and looks very dead is starting to make new leaves, and doesn't look so dead as from afar has seemed. So it's a pretty good sign that the soil and the area is healthy and the tree starts to grow back.
If you guys want to see this, so this is the sediment trap, the big pond that the excavator dug to build the platform for the future workshop and house. And this is how it looks like. So there's a lot of water in it, and this looks extremely lovely. And the place over there, there in that corner, that was barren, is now populated. So this goes quick. The excavator placed it there on a purpose, so that right this can happen. So that's very good. The only place where that did not happen is right here, because there is where all this other material got deposited. So this takes a while. So nature is fixing the wound all on her own. And this leaky weir here is also doing its purpose. And we have Mr. Cat here. He also wants to see that. He follows us around.